Hello and welcome to this week's coffee vlog. It's Friday the 11th of October. Heading home 20 to 6 at night. That's not so bad going for me, is it really? Pretty reasonable. So it's been another pretty hectic week. When isn't it a really hectic week, to be honest? But it has. Yeah, last weekend, Saturday wasn't bad weather actually. We've had a lot of rain this week again, but Saturday wasn't too bad. Took my boy and his two friends to Funsies in Bradford, the indoor, the indoor bouncy castle place, for want of a better term. I mean, it's just full of inflatable things you bounce about on and walk up and down and go down slides and stuff. So they had an hour session there, and got a load of things out of the pound machine. Doobrey, you turn the knob and you get a ball out with some gift in it. So they're all getting these coloured slime thingies that they can do slime with. And then what else they got? Oh yeah, my boy got a comedy hand comedy hand thing. It was like a rubberized hand thing with a great big rubbery sort of tail to it, so you can throw it and it sort of sticks onto the wall and then you boing it back with its long rubbery tail. So found that very amusing, he did. So I did that with them, and then after Funsies we went to their favourite Victoria Park and got very muddy. Though it wasn't raining and it was quite nice, it was very wet, obviously, out and about there. So, and by the time we walked across the fields a bit of the park, they played in the play park bit, obviously, and that we did a bit of walking across the fields. Then my boy decided to go running after his friends, then stopped to tell them something suddenly on the muddy, wet, slippy grass. And of course, what happened is he stopped and his feet just sort of slid and he went backwards and ended up in a slobbery, muddy mess. So that was interesting. Sunday, not a great deal happened Sunday. Afternoon went to my dad's as usual. In the morning just chilled about and did a few bits at home. Then back to work on Monday this week. And yeah, like I say, it's been a busy old week. I seem to have roasted nearly every day. I've done a lot of roasting again. I'm gonna get a lot of orders come through. Square Chapel took their first order of their special coffee blends we created, Squaffy. So they're all set up for that now. I'm just still waiting for the mention to go down and set the grinder, tweak it a bit for it, but I must have changed over. But we'll see when that happens, and hopefully it all goes down well. I've just done some retail packs that they're going to sell in store as well, so that'll be interesting. Finished today an order for 20 kilos of roasted Thailand Doi Chang coffee for a new Thai restaurant down in Surrey that's opening. And I've been also roasting coffee bean roasting some second lot for customer down in Barnsley who had a 25 kilo batch of espresso blend, and he's already after another one. It was only like a couple of weeks ago, so that's good as well. So yeah, all picking up with the roasting, and we just seem to have had a busy week generally with selling stuff, so it's all good, isn't it? Right, I'm gonna go and drop off my parcels and then I'll be back. Okay, back from parcel delivery. Had a lot of parcels this week, I've got to be honest. It's been like 20 odd boxes a day to take in there. He must love me. heading on in there with 20 odd parcels at a time. And sometimes I have the odd box of disposable cups and they take a lot of room up. Right, let's do Mr. Nellis's words of wisdom and then we can go home. My things for you to talk about on your vlog, says Mr. Nellis. Me, as I've been watching A Few Good Men and Toy Story 4. Oh, is it good? Me, as I've been to Leeds City Museum to see a new exhibition called A City and Its Welcome on Saturday afternoon, and Gordon Wright Garden Centre is a Pennine Magpie trip on Tuesday. Excellent. Very good fun, Richard. The Lion King musical coming to the Bradford Alhambra Theatre. Oh, that'll be good. Me, as I've been sang Men in Black at Pennine Magpie on Friday afternoon. Good. Scooby-Doo Return to Zombie Island. Oh, you've been watching that, have you? Me, as I might go to the Deep nearly next Saturday. Okay. Have you seen Dogtanion, the dog cartoon version of the Three Musketeers? Have I? Yes. I think I have seen that before. So, let's try and extract ourselves from the extremely busy. Could have maybe sneaked out there, but I'll go with this one instead. Whoa, charge. Right, so, yeah, so busy at work, which is always good. Bit of a decline on the window fitting though, because the window fitter's not been very well this week. Hopefully not caused by doing the inner windows last week. So I'm hoping he's going to be back at it next week, because we've still got all the window glass and panels and frames hanging about downstairs at work when they need to be upstairs in the window holes. I mean, he didn't leave any holes. They've still got the old windows in, but they need the old ones out, new ones in, and get it all sorted. Because time is progressing on. It's going to get colder, obviously. It'd be nice to have the nice new windows in. Keep some of the drafts out, because we've got big. We have got some opening bits because it's all a bit rotten up there. So hopefully that's going to get finished. Been building a lot of stock for the Christmas market in Manchester, so they're expecting them next week, but there's loads of stuff about because of that, plus the windows, plus everything else is kind of filling up space quite rapidly. So MacBook, the new MacBook, well, sold the old one, that arrived at the start of this week, and not heard any back issues or anything, so I'm assuming that it's arrived and he's all happy with it. So that's sorted out. Old MacBook Pro gone, for half the amount I paid for the new one, new to me, 3 years old. It's 2016 model, but it's newer, so I don't suppose that's too bad. I just hope this 2016 one lasts me as long as that one did. So finally managed to, well, I'm not even sure why I've updated it, because the beta, I got to like beta 8 out of 11 and then it refused to update after that. Every time I told it to do the updates, it just kept sort of starting and then just rebooted back to normal without having done the update, so never got there. So of course now Catalina is out official in the wild. I thought I'll install the official version. So uninstalled the beta profile so we installed the correct version, and then got it to download the, you know, the current release version, and it did exactly the same thing. It just downloaded it all, went to install it, rebooted, did a little bit, and then it just booted back into normal without having installed it again. So like, great. So next step was to download the actual DMG for the installer, which is not that easy anymore because they somehow want to package it with their software installer. So I had to use a bit of software which is like a patcher that is used to install
risk zone, speed
it on Macs that aren't compatible anymore. You know, patches drivers and things, so it'll give it compatibility for older models that aren't sort of released to it. But that lets you also download from Apple servers the official package, installer package. So did that, ran that, and it did exactly the same thing again when I did that. So ran the installer package, and it rebooted, and it just did this little bit, and then just started up. And I was like, what am I going to have to do to update this darn MacBook? Apparently, reading up about it, something to do with the fancy touch bar with the fingerprint ID.
Risk zone, speed limit, 30 miles
because
per
that has its
hour.
own software to install as well, and there's all security and stuff behind it. It can cause issues. So I was like, oh, right. So solution, of course, then is to use a USB drive, use the downloaded installer to mount that to the USB drive, and then boot it from the USB to the installer separate, and see if that would work. So did all said things, booted the installer, installed it over the top of my existing version, and it sort of did a load of installing, said 25 minutes to go, then the screen went blank, and it just sort of went off and did nothing. And I'm sat there for ages going, it's going to do something else now. It is, no, it's not, is it? It's just not doing anything. What? I was like, oh great, because I didn't do a backup because I thought it'll just be overwriting and there shouldn't be any problems, and now it's going to bite me in the arse, isn't it? It's going to bite me in the arse because I didn't do a backup and it's not going to work. So I press the Touch ID, which is the on-off button of it now. Press that on, and then it was a dramatic pause, and then the screen came back up with the Apple logo, and the bar started growing again and went back to 15 minutes left and went along doing what it was doing again. So I've no idea what that was about. That was very strange. I've never seen that before on an installer. It just stopped dead, apparently not doing anything. So it went on and did a few more reboots and did a bit more of waiting and waiting and waiting and waiting, and then it booted up finally to the login screen, and it was all okay, and I was like so yes, all good. So I was kind of happy about that. My goodness, that's a lot of straw. God, I wouldn't like to take that roundabout quick. It'd soon topple. Gee. So yes, it's all updated. Unfortunately, having done all that malarkey, it's not solved a few problems that I hoped it would, including this stupid message thing that's just doing my nutting, where it's selectively displaying on the Mac certain messages, but it isn't giving me any of the ones that are login passwords for websites. That's really annoying. So I thought, you know, update the release version, fix that. No. So I signed out of messages and signed back into them to see if that would fix it, and that doesn't seem to have yet. And then I had another poke about on my phone, and I seem to have multiple. I've got like 10 or 11 devices it could display messages on, but there's a few MacBook Pros, so I'm wondering if the problem's been I've not had that MacBook Pro tuned for messages. So I've turned that on now, but I'm not sure if it's that one or that was the old one that's gone or whatever else. So who knows, that the new owner of my MacBook could be getting messages from me. That'd be funny, wouldn't it? So I've got to try and work out one way or the other. Right, now this, right. Always accidents that around because it's so confusing being so small. Everyone just doesn't know what they're supposed to be doing. So, not watched much film-wise, don't think. Anything? What did I watch? I watched something with Simon Pegg in, but I can't actually remember what it was called, which is a bit useless, isn't it? Yes, I've no idea what it was called. It was pretty good. It had Simon Pegg in it. It was some random one I've never seen before or heard of. That was okay. But I've not watched much else really. Being a bit more back on the Steem blockchain again. I found a bit of energy on an evening to do. Well, I've been doing ActiveFit posts, which are kind of like at least pretty straightforward, because you can just, wow, this is just a massive queue. The ActiveFit posts are pretty easy. Get a picture and do that. Write a little bit about what you've been doing in the day, and it includes your activity count, and you're away. So I've been trying to keep up with them, because I've been doing nearly every day over 10,000 steps, which I think is pretty good. When I'm not even really trying to do walking, you know, it's just what I'm doing around work. So been doing those posts. Obviously last week I did the vlog on Saturday, Sublime Sunday post, which was about the park on Saturday really, and then did the ActiveFit one, and also I did a witness update on my whole thing that was talking about bid bots and them now being downvoted and everything else. So I went on a big rant on Monday about all that, which surprisingly didn't backfire on me, and hasn't sort of involved anyone getting upset or anything. So that seems to have gone kind of smoothly in a way. Oh, the police are back. It was down this side earlier on. Not earlier on in the week, not earlier on today. I wouldn't know that because I wasn't here. Oh, why is my little reprobate son bouncing about on some rubbish with a screwdriver? That's just not right, is it? What's he doing now? He's aiming a screwdriver at me angrily. Oh dear. Right, so I've forgotten what I was talking about now, actually. Oh, Steem Blockchain, yes. So I did that witness update, and then I've just been doing all these little posts. And what I did for the witness update, though, which I thought was very noble of me. Oh, hang on. I'm going to have to wait now, because Ellis is going to want to come and do his dance. Right, anyway, that's it. I'm done. So have a good weekend. Next week, and I'll catch you in next week's coffee vlog. See ya.